All right, welcome to the Krueger Show after Warrior basketball as the Warriors lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh my goodness!
That was
And normally we fire up the band. There we go. All right, fire up the band. Woo-wee. Al Madrigal in the house. Al, what'd you think? It was
a new nickname I want to throw out there for you. You ready?
Yes.
For Jonathan Kuminga and Pods?
Yeah.
The Slop Bros. You got the Splash Bros, and these are the Slop Bros. We're going to turn it over.
Slots, like slot, like a
slop.
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 Yeah, you know, the Slop Bros.
The Slop Bros. We're gonna.
I can see the T-shirt. It could be hot. It could be. I could really sell a lot of those T-shirts. I can move those. Like I see merchandise moving.
Dude, it's hard because you don't give them a chance because Curry's out and we need but they won 3 times without Curry this year, so maybe we have a shot. But it's OKC. It's different. And then Williams goes out, right? So you're thinking, okay, here we go. And 7 minutes, I think it was like the turning point was at 7 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third quarter. We started doing really well. Like we come back. And
Golden State won the third quarter by 11. It was 33-22. They got absolutely smoked in the first quarter, 39-23, and kind of spent the rest of the game catching up.
And then, we're up by 4 points and, you're looking good. Kuminga comes alive. He hits like 3 threes after missing his first 5 shots and turning the ball over a bunch of times. And he's constantly like driving and getting stripped and then putting his hands up like something happened. It's like, it's so frustrating when you see what he can do. What did he end up scoring?
He wound up with 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, only the 2 turnovers. I'll say this. Late in the game, he had a drive to the hole, right? And I forget who was against for OKC, but he had whoever it was, he had him on his kind of hip. And he drove him down all the way to the rim, totally controlled. And Kuminga, you forget, Kuminga's 6'9". So he can, when you're 6'9" and you can get to the rim, man, it's hard to defend that. And I just got a vision of him at the end of that game. I was like, wow, this guy, if he can just, they can give him the ball. If he can just do this a lot more, controlled drives to the front of the rim. And it's like, even if he's being defended, he's so long and he's so athletic that he can kind of get right to the rim. So, I mean, to me, he looks like the kind of player who could be really, really dominant. And I don't want to see them move him. I really don't.
He's amazing. He's incredible. I mean, the way he like flies to the basket he is incredible. But then, I can't believe the 2 turnovers. It felt like at least like 6 to me from him.
Yeah, no, he only had 2. Let's see who had a bunch of turnovers in this game. 2 for him, or let's see.
I mean, I'm
3 for Draymond, 2 for Pods, 2 for Kuminga.
Yeah, he was driving in and getting the ball stripped away from him. It's
2 for Spencer too. He had a couple turnovers. Yeah, Buddy Hield 17 off the bench. Kyle Anderson had 10 off the bench. What'd you think of the starting lineup without Steph? You got Pods out there. He finished with, the thing about Pods that's so nice, Alice, he just rebounds. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 block. But he just rebounds.
He stepped in front of Dort. Well, Dort lowered his shoulder like that and sort of bodied him up, and and that was a good call. But I don't know, man.
He can't hit a 3 though. That's the only thing. Pods, you can tell. I mean, he hit 1 3.
Everybody erupted when he finally hit a 3, and everybody went crazy. It was like the kind of enthusiasm we used to show 2 monster tacos or a jumbo jack back in the day. But everyone was fired up, and he Yeah, he hopefully we'll get that going.
Okay, here I got to ask you about a phenomenon, a Warrior phenomena. I'm watching the post game right now. My friend Bonte with Festus Ezeli and Chris Mullen. Explain to me, Al, what makes people want to stand behind the post game guys and do this.
Everybody wants to be on TV.
Hey,
That's
hey, hey. And then what, you're going to see yourself at home? Wouldn't you want to see yourself at home being like, hey, yeah, I like
being
this, as
cool.
opposed to,
No,
hey, I'm over here.
everybody wants to be on TV. That's what we used to think when we go out for the Daily Show. People would know that, what we did in those interviews and field pieces, and everyone wants to be on TV. So they would come on. They know what we, again, they were aware of who we were. And all we were doing was asking them to say what they said in the New York Times or whatever article, however we found them. And it was pre-produced, but they had to have some sense that they were going to get humiliated. And they just want to be on TV. Everyone wants to be on TV.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Well, you think about even like local news when somebody's out on like a man on the street segment, and there's always some idiot, behind him, yeah, it's crazy.
A couple looking at the box and just the team box score. A couple areas that are interesting here. One, Golden State was plus. They made 5 more threes. So they were plus 15 from the 3-point line.
Wow.
That's impressive. And then they out rebounded OKC, 57-48 Golden State. That's something that you can't say often. Golden State dominated on the offensive glass, 18-8 on the offensive glass. The defensive glass was basically a straight up, even, but 18-8 on the offensive glass for Golden State. And Golden State had 16 turnovers. They've been turning it over a little bit more the last couple of weeks. Golden State won on the break, 15-6. Points in the paint were relatively even. But, Golden State came back from 19 down and wins this game. Or loses this game to OKC, I should say.
Plus minus. It felt like +9. Look at that. He came in. He's so fast. The lacrosse player came in and was flying around. That was fun. I don't mind seeing him out there. He's so quick. So I'll take, some time from him. I was surprised with how little Trace Jackson Davis played.
Yeah.
Then
4 minutes for TJD. That's it.
Yeah, that was strange. And then
I wonder if he had an upset stomach or something.
Like Moody's 0 points is so perplexing to me. I just don't understand what's going on there. Like, to me, and again, I don't ever pretend to know more than. It's difficult for me, when you're not at practice every single day, or
right.
I'm not.
You're not a beat writer.
No, I'm not a beat writer, but also I even beat writers, when you're sitting there and you're a coach in meetings that beat writers aren't a part of, and you're watching these guys and you're studying every single second of tape, and it's your job to coach and follow this team, especially if you're a position coach for the Niners or anything like that. Like, how can we pretend to know more than any Niner coach or any, I can't even pretend to know more than Steve Kerr, but it's ridiculous to me. I just can't figure out why Moses Moody isn't playing more. I just see so many good things from him when he's on it. Obviously not tonight, 13 minutes, 0 for 4. And the other thing that was perplexing to me is Lindy Waters, 1 for 7 from 3-point land with no Steph. Because remember how we were talking about the other night when we thought that starting him with Steph, that you're going to defer to obviously the best shooter of all time. And maybe he was intimidated. Maybe he's like hesitating on some shots. He had some good looks and he went 1 for 7. So 32% from 3.
Three guys had a rough night. Waters, Pods, and Moody combined to shoot 2 for 14, 2 for
Yeah.
14 for
Yeah.
those
They
from
don't have a
3.
chance. And
So
look at
that they kind of shot him out of it.
Kuminga 3 for 10 from 3. He was taking them.
Yeah, he took a bunch.
So you don't want to see Kuminga go in a trade because
No.
I just don't. And did I read that Brooklyn was even saying like, yeah, we don't really want him. Like obviously they'd posture and they'd take Kuminga and some picks, but
I'd love to have Cam Thomas, who's another big guy who can shoot the ball. And it seems like if you got guys who can shoot, you got a chance, and especially the more guys on one team that you have that can shoot, then it's like, okay, who do you defend? If you have Steph Curry and Buddy Hield and Cam Thomas and you're swinging the ball around the perimeter, I mean, who do you defend? You got to defend everybody.
Cam Johnson.
Yeah, Cam Johnson. I actually like Cam Thomas too. Actually, they got Cam Thomas and Cam Johnson. I like Cam. I'm talking about Cam Johnson, the great shooter. But they're aren't they talking about moving Cam Thomas too? And I think Cam Thomas he's a young scorer. I mean,
they beat Phoenix. They
What's
beat
that?
Phoenix tonight. They beat Phoenix tonight, Brooklyn.
Yeah, they play hard. They play
Yeah.
hard. They're a good team. I mean, I was impressed by them. The Warriors have hit the skids here a little bit. Have you noticed that?
I just feel like there's some things that I just don't understand. Like our inability to inbound the ball in a pressure situation it's crazy. I feel like I've seen that like 3 or 4 times this year. It's like we're not getting the ball in. Like tonight.
Yeah, that seems almost inexcusable.
Yep. We got to have some sort of play. Like Pods was on the floor during that. He spends half the game on the floor, but that's good.
I don't know if I can appreciate Pods yet. I'm not appreciating Pods. Or I liked him last year, but this year I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I like his competitiveness. I like his basketball IQ, and I love his rebounding. But he's, you know what I mean? He's not like to me. If he can't shoot the ball really well from 3, I don't think he's nearly the player that
No, he was shooting.
Got to shoot the ball.
He's got to be able to shoot the 3. Everyone does. Like Draymond. Look what Draymond's doing.
Yeah, but let's see Pods right here. Pods for the year is shooting 19% from 3.
It's ugly. Do you follow that on Instagram? That GSW all day or whatever that. I'm sure you follow all these things.
No, but I could.
They had stats on the worst shooters in the NBA thus far. Guess who's in there? Slop Bros.
Yeah.
It's not
Draymond's at 42.4 from 3.
Yeah.
Where Draymond can't make shots is at the free throw line. Guess what Draymond – this is a crazy, crazy looking ball. Draymond is shooting 42.4% from 3 and 59.6% from the foul line. Make that make sense.
So gsw.all.day is an Instagram account that I follow. This is the best shooters 2024-25 season. Steph Curry at the top of the list. And then Anthony Edwards, Norman Powell, Zach LaVine, Ty Jerome.
Oh, there you go.
Your guy. And then
from UVA.
Buddy Hield is on there. But then they did worst shooters. Let's go back to that list. And guess who's in there? Number 3, Brandon Pajemski.
Yeah.
Pajemski.
His shooting. He's got it. He's real. I mean, now you can work on your shooting, but it's like he's so he kind of reminds me of a little bit of like a poor man's Jason Kidd in that, and he's not Jason Kidd as far as with the ball, but he plays like with a lot of energy and a lot of he's really revved up. He's really revved up. He's kind of leaning forward, and Jason Kidd was not a great shooter because he just was always kind of going forward. And you don't have that balance. And
my son went to Santa Clara. I like him. I want to really root for him.
Yeah.
And
Two
Kuminga.
Santa Clara guys tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It was Santa, Anyway, you only wanted to do 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes. Let's
There you go. 105, 101. Golden State. I'll say this. For people like tonight for this game, I would say my primary takeaway is you had no Steph Curry. This Thunder team is 14-4. They're as good a team as there probably is in the West. And without Steph Curry, on a night where you didn't get monster performances from anybody, it wasn't like they didn't have a 20, that your leading scorer had 19. You still hung around. I know it was at home.
It was the same as that Cooper game I went to down here at Intuit. They shouldn't have been in the game, and both of these games we had a shot to tie or win the game. It's all right. I got a little treat for you. My dad used to stand outside of Candlestick Park when we were little and collect these little 5x7s. So
what do you got?
I got a Steve DeBerg.
There you go. Steve DeBerg. No helmet. Where's his helmet?
This is my favorite one. Just look how he poses.
Hacksaw. Hey, do you have any more of those Warrior cards? Should we throw a couple random Warrior cards out?
All right, hold on.
Because I do love my Warriors. I'm looking for Carlos Rogers.
I don't have a Carlos Rogers. I know I don't. All right, here we go.
Rogers. I was like convinced Carlos Rogers was going to be awesome.
Here's a Joe Smith.
Joe Smith from Maryland.
And I got, this is Eric Dampier. There you go.
There you go. Traded for Mully, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
Good stuff.
All right. Enjoy being.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, bro. Have a great holiday.
Great Thanksgiving. Are you having people over? Or are you going over to someone's house?
My brother is a judge. I'm going to his spot, and I'm making a bunch of things as soon as the show's over tonight.
Does he judge you? Is he going to judge you for?
Yeah, he's my 5 years old. Guess not only this, he was only you will understand the value of this one. He won the General Excellence Award. In high school. Remember how there was like 3 awards?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My brother won one of them.
Yeah, he did it all.
And what did I do? I smoked some grass in the bushes on the way to school, maybe once or twice.
Behind that tree over across the street on Sunset Boulevard.
Exactly.
All right. Later, Larry. Happy Thanksgiving.
Later. Peace.